All right, well, hello everybody and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Reese and I'll be doing the reading today. This is the 2019 forecast for Cancer. Okay, this is Cancer Sun, Moon, and Rising, and I always let cuspers know if you have a cusp birthday to check out your cusp sign and to pay attention to your Venus and your Mars as they're your divine feminine and masculine attributes. You kind of get a bigger picture. These are going to be just quick readings for each month of the general energy. If you'd like more extended readings, getting into more of, the healing and the different stuff going on, love department and finances and all that stuff, you could check out the description in the bottom for my information because I'm doing these zodiac groups on Facebook. Right now the subscriptions are $5 a month and you get 4 weekly lives plus a monthly cosmic energy read of all the things going on with retrogrades and moon energy and all that stuff. So, instead of paying for an extended video like Vimeo, I figured I would do the monthly groups, and the $60 for the year is good until January 1st. All right, that's good until the new year. And then, the prices will change. So it's an early bird discount, if you want to call it that. All right. So, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, cusp, Venus, Mars. What is going on? What is going on for January for our Cancer watchers? Remember, this is a general reading. Take it as it resonates. You're always in control of your own path. These are projections, and if you shift, then so does the energy. All right, and the reading will change. So you are always in control of your path. So we'll use that for January. What energies do we have for February 2019 for our Cancer watchers? February 2019. All right, I'll take it. Okay. March 2019. April. May 2019 for our Cancer watchers. Okay. Cancer's getting a reading today. All right. June for our Cancer watchers, 2019. July for our Cancer watchers, 2019. What is the energy for July 2019? All right. August. Jeez, guys, what is going on with Cancer this year? It's because we went into the year with a Cancer full moon. Didn't you know? All right. September for our Cancer watchers, 2019. October. What is the energy for October? November and December. Okay, for our single card months, I'm going to pull clarifiers. So let's clarify January's Page of Swords for me. That's just too many. Clarify the Page of Swords for January for our Cancer watchers, please. January 2019. Okay. Clarify the Ace of Cups. Ooh. Clarify the Three of Cups in reverse. Clarify the Eight of Cups in reverse for September. Clarify the Eight of Cups in reverse for our September 2019 Cancer watchers. Cancer watchers 2019. Clarify the Eight of Cups in reverse. Alright, clarify the Ten of Wands. Or the Queen of Wands. Let's do that one first. Clarify the Queen of Wands. There we go. Clarify the Ten of Wands now. And clarify the King of Swords in reverse. All right. Cancer. 2019. We're starting with January. So we start with the Page of Swords, clarified by the Emperor in reverse. And so the Page of Swords comes with a communication, and or someone is observing and wanting to communicate. Somebody is looking back. I'm feeling like somebody is looking back on the past, and they're having this clarity of thought, and they're kind of sort of thinking about whether or not they want to communicate. This is a divine masculine energy that is not in the upright. Okay, so a divine masculine energy, doesn't matter if it's a guy or a girl, it's the divine masculine energy, is being challenged in the reverse. All right, so whatever this is, if there's egoic aspects to this, this is what's fading away. So this energy, this thought is coming in because this divine masculine that is unhealed is kind of being released away. Okay. And if they're looking back on the past, or they're looking back at you, you know, or you're looking back at someone, because, you know, energies are fluid, it can be reversed. But someone is looking back at something and they're having a second thought about it, is kind of the energy I'm feeling. Like they're having a second thought about it. And wondering if they should kind of go back in that direction. Like the wind is kind of pushing them forward, but they're looking behind. You know, they're looking behind, and maybe they just got out of something that was kind of stormy, and they're kind of reminiscing and remembering about, you know, positive times between them and you, or, you know, and vice versa, like I said. And someone is kind of letting the ego drop away as they're thinking these thoughts. You know, it's kind of like their intuition is speaking to them in January. Okay. Now, February. We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse, clarified by the Seven of Coins in reverse and the Four of Swords in reverse. And so this energy that I'm getting here with this Nine of Wands in reverse, Cancer is tired of trying too hard, right? It's like this trying is a bullshit word. They're tired of trying so hard to be happy, right? They're trying so hard, you know, to be stable and stay balanced and have everything still move. And, you know, life's kind of taking its toll, right? The stress is kind of wearing on them. And so they're releasing the stresses. They're releasing the anxieties. They're releasing the obligation. That's a big word. They're releasing the obligation in February to other people. They're tired, right? Because look at this card. He's tired of working, and it doesn't matter how much abundance is there. It doesn't matter what fruits are there. This person's like, what am I working for? What's the whole point? What's the whole purpose? He's feeling discouraged. You know, all this work, and for what? I'm still unfulfilled. And that's in reverse. You know, and that's the energy that we're releasing here, right? Putting in all this work and still not being happy, being tired of it, you know? And so it's almost like with this Four of Swords in reverse, it's almost like a fire's lit underneath Cancer's ass to get up and do things different. To get up and do things different. You know, this it's almost like putting yourself in an early grave, right? Or choosing to fight for your life. And that's what Cancer is doing. They're not going to lie peacefully in this, you know, this cookie cutter life, this karmic cycle of a life. They're not satisfied with this. And so they're releasing it. And I feel like they're choosing to take actions in a different direction, that they're really, really tired of feeling unfulfilled, and they're just moving forward. They're just really, really moving forward. Come March, we get the Ten of Swords in the reverse, clarified by the King of Wands in reverse. And so with this whole gung-ho energy, right, and this Emperor in reverse, this divine masculine energy that's kind of imbalanced and being released, just be careful that you don't end up self-sabotaging, all right, in March, with saying anything rash or making any rash, hasty choices that you haven't thought through clearly in March. This is also going to, I'm also getting this sense of it's sexual energy. And I'm feeling like, don't be tempted by someone who may only be there for the moment. All right, that's not going to be for everybody, but that's for someone. Don't be tempted by someone who's only going to be there for the moment, because you'll end up sabotaging yourself. All right, with this King of Wands in reverse, clarifying the Ten of Swords, right? Because the Ten of Swords in reverse is self-sabotage. And so, you know, don't get drawn into or sucked into someone whose ego is very strong, you know, especially if you're reminiscing about a person like that, you know, someone who's very much in the egoic mind, or who's arrogant, you know, or kind of cocky, like they think that, you know, you look at them like their shit don't stink and whatever. You know, if you're reminiscing about this person and you're tired of, you know, being unfulfilled, that maybe you're considering reconnecting with this person, just make sure it's not for purely sexual reasons. All right, especially with the other person. So very fiery energy. Now, April is a little bit different. Okay, it's a lot different actually, because I'm feeling like with this energy, and it could be the complete release of this energy, especially if that was okay. Thank you, Spirit. So with March, if this is somebody from your past that maybe stabbed you in the back prior, you know, or you sabotaged it before, or, you know, made a reckless, quick choice. If this was someone from your past that you're kind of moving towards, right, that you're focusing on your own fulfillment, that you're not staying stuck anymore, you're tired of feeling unfulfilled, you might actually have that opportunity come April. All right, with this Ace of Cups in the upright, or a new opportunity altogether. You know, if it was the original interpretation of these cards where, you know, someone might only be using you from your past and kind of letting it go, being aware of the self-sabotage, you might open yourself up to a whole new opportunity with somebody else. But this is a brand new beginning in love. This is a brand new emotional platform to start from, right? Like a new launching pad for you, Cancer. This is I'm feeling like the divine is just overflowing love your way, giving you unexpected blessings, just constant. Like, I feel like it's a constant blessing flow. And with the Empress energy here, you know, this is the birthing of something really huge in your life. You know, come April, this energy with the Empress energy, like, you are manifesting from a place that is really intuitively driven. Really listening to your gut, right? With whatever the circumstance is, whether you're sticking around or letting it go. You are following your intuition. Let me say that again. You are following your intuition. And not only are you following your intuition, you are taking the appropriate action steps with it. You're not just getting the messages and doing nothing with it. You're actually acting on the intuitive guidance that you're getting. And that's going to open up a huge door in April for this brand new love, this brand new beginning, you know, whether it's with a past person or a new person. This is a whole new emotional beginning for you, Cancer, and very much in your power, very much in your divine feminine energy, very much manifesting what it is that's in your heart space. Okay, you're getting what you want. You know, if it's almost like if this person is a past person and they're, you know, you're reconnecting and it's a new love that's restarting. It's almost like you could put up a demands list, like, yeah, that'll work, but I want this and I want this and I want this and I want this because it's not going to work any other way. And it's like, okay, whatever you want, babe. You know, whatever you want, whatever you say, you got it. You know, it's kind of like a holy shit moment. The universe is literally, I'm just hearing blessing after blessing after blessing. Like, if you had a bunch of good karma piled up, the universe is like, why don't we just cash it out for them? So huge positive karma cash out from the universe in April. So then in May, we get the Strength card clarified by the Star in reverse and the Six of Coins in the upright. And so I feel like come May, you're with the Star card, because this is a very healing energy, and it's in the reverse, but it's clarified also with the Six of Coins in the upright. So I feel like instead of, you know, the universe focusing on your healing, it's almost like you are focusing on the healing of others by giving, right? By giving, following your intuition, shutting the egoic mind, what you think you want, what you think you need, and really just giving, right? Giving that healing energy to other people, being that divine intervention, you know, for other people, and that stop sign, like, hey, whoa, like, don't go there, like, heal yourself kind of thing. Like, you're giving of your energy to others. And I feel like the universe is feeding that back to you, because in the reverse, it's almost like the water is going into the vessels that she's carrying, you know, like she could take it with her, you know. So I'm feeling very much like the universe is filling you up to help you give back to other people all of the blessings that it's bestowed upon you. Okay, so I'm very feeling a really strong feeling of giving back. All right, come June, we have the Three of Cups in reverse with the Moon in reverse and in the Queen of Pentacles. So this combination of energy for June, I'm feeling like with the Three of Cups in the reverse, right? Because it came out in the reverse, that if there were questions or emotional ties to third parties, whether it's a romantic partner or family circumstance or work or whatever, that if there was an emotional attachment to something outside of you and maybe your relationship, whether it's your relationship with yourself or an individual, if there was a third emotional tie somewhere else, that's being released. The shadow aspects, you know, the triggers that came along with this experience, this learning, are being released. So these will not be your triggers anymore. There is no more light to shine on the shadow of the moon. You're in this Queen of Pentacles energy, this very stable energy, looking at all that you've manifested and saying, okay, how do I best give this to the world, right? How do I keep it balanced and stable? How do I stay grounded? How do I make this stay consistently long term, right? So you're giving to others and you're manifesting this abundance now. You know, you're releasing the things that were no reason to celebrate. You're releasing the things that were no reason to celebrate, the things that were triggering you, and coming into this Queen of Pentacles energy where you're kind of protecting what you're creating. Very protective of what you're creating for yourself. You know, what you've manifested in this life, what you've learned is important to you. And I feel like a very unwillingness to sacrifice the lessons, you know. So whatever this is, whatever you were emotionally attached to that was taking away from your movement forward, you're letting it go. You're not allowing it to trigger you, and you're remaining stable because you know what you're building. You know what you're building. All right, so July, we have the Knight of Wands and the Six of Swords in the reverse. And so I feel like immediately, I feel like this is someone who's trying to drag you back into the past. right? They're moving in the other direction. You know, the boat's moving along with them. It's going backwards. You're not moving away from choppy water. You're staying stuck in it. Like it's almost like temptation, right? Everything is working out for you. Everything, you know, for the second quarter of the year is working out for you. And I feel like someone from your past comes back and tries dragging you back into the karmic cycles. They try dragging you back into your triggers, dragging you back into being uncomfortable, right? And you're not having it. I feel like you're not having it, but it's a very tempting situation to fall back into those old cycles of thought with, you know, the stress, the anxiety, the worry, the unbalance. If I were you, I would blow this person off, whatever this messenger is, because I feel like they're going to trigger you. They're going to try and trigger you back into something that you don't need to relive. Okay, so then August, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse with the Eight of Wands and the High Priestess in reverse. So with the Queen of Swords in reverse, this is someone who is speaking their truth in a very sharp way. And they're being so sharp that they literally put a stop to all forward momentum, and they're tuning out their intuition altogether. This person snaps. All right. This person snaps is what I keep seeing in August. This person cuts loose on somebody. If you are in a Cancer's way in August, or you are making a Cancer's life hard in August, just know they are in no fucking mood in August. They're not having it. They will take your head off. Cancer will take your fucking head off. You want the claws, you got the claws. Like, Cancer's in that mind state. You want my fucking claws, you're going to get the claws. I don't fucking care what my intuition says. I don't care if my intuition tells me to shut up and move on and forget about it, be the bigger person, whatever. No, I'm going to drive it in fucking home. No, you done pissed me the fuck off. I'm going to tell you how I feel. And I don't give a shit about how you react. Like, that's this energy that I'm getting. Cancer stops everything to shut some shit down. All right. This Queen of Swords in the reverse has a really sharp tongue. And everything stops. Everything stops. Divine guidance stops. Everything stops. Like, somebody gets the short end of the stick with Cancer in August. Cancer, just as a favor, I'm going to pull you a Power of Love card on that month, just to give you some best advice that you can kind of keep in mind, something that you should not let yourself forget. Something that you should not let yourself forget. Action. You have the courage to express the unique, loving colors of your soul. Cancer, you are allowed to express the unique and loving colors of your soul. You're allowed to have the courage to follow your path no matter what. You're allowed to take action in the right direction. You do not have to bite somebody's head off to do that. All right? Just side note for Cancer. All right, August. So September, we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse with the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So Cancer is having a very hard time walking away from and getting over whatever it is that is leaving them emotionally unfulfilled, whatever is draining the fuck out of them, whatever is distracting them. This is very all-consuming. It's like this moon in reverse over here. There's no reason to celebrate, kind of, you know, avoidance of the trigger. This kind of, you know, you think maybe you dodged a bullet over here to making a stable choice. I feel like something's rearing its ugly head and coming back up to be reconsidered. All right. It's coming up again, and you're having a hard time walking away from something that brings you a lot of anxiety. It's almost like somebody who crushed your dreams, right? Somebody who crushed your dreams. It's that kind of feeling. And you're having a hard time forgiving somebody for that. You're having a hard time letting that go and walking away from the fact that it is incomplete. You know, this Eight of Cups was never the Ten of Cups. It was never good enough. It was never good enough. It was never what you were meant to be doing or who you were meant to be with. It never was. And you're having a really hard time letting that go because whatever this is completely draining you. It is not emotional fulfillment. And you know, this is probably whoever the hell you snapped at in August. You're having a hard time letting it go. The whole ordeal. I just feel like it's lingering on you, and you're not happy about it. You're not happy about it. Like, you're pissed. It's almost like you had this dream, right? Everything was working out and you had this dream, and then all of a sudden it's like someone put the brakes on and it's like, nope, and you flip the fuck out. Like, someone comes in and gives you a message. It gives you a message. Like, you're trying to walk away and somebody gives you a message and they bring you right back into your darkest depths. They unleash a beast in you, Cancer. They really do. And you're Cancer, it's almost like you're stewing. I could feel you stewing. Like, you are not letting this go easily. So much so that come October, we have the Queen of Wands clarified by the Knight of Cups in reverse. So you are not making any, and I mean any, emotional offers whatsoever. This is a very single queen. This is a very fiery energy. This is someone who manifests from her intuition, and she's like, nope, I'm not feeding that shit at all. I'm not putting in any emotions to that at all. I'm going to listen to my intuition and I'm going to manifest from what the fuck I want to do. And if I'm in an attitude, then I'm going to manifest from there. I'm not giving any love energies out there at all to whoever this is or whatever is in question. You know, if it's a circumstance, you're not giving any more of your emotional time and energy to anything. You're done. You know, Cancer at this point is, I almost feel like, because obviously fire is not your element, I feel like you were burned. I feel like somebody left you feeling burned and you are just not willing. You are just not willing to give any more love to that person. No more. Like, enough is enough. No more. This person, I feel like this whole circumstance, I say a person, but it could be a circumstance, whatever it is, has been such a thorn in your side. God, I almost feel bad for the person because it's like you would take their fucking head off. I really do feel like you would take their head off. Like, this is somebody, you know, and it goes into November. This is the burden of somebody leaving you out in the cold, right? Somebody gives you a message that completely shifts you into a fucking frenzy and turns your life upside down. This whole happiness that you pictured, they flipped it upside down. You know, you wanted to be alone. You wanted to cut off love to them. They are making your life a burden. They are leaving you out in the cold. They are not giving you anything. Your stability is gone. You know, if this person was giving you money or whatever, that is gone, you know, and you're feeling really weighed down and burdened because somebody left you high and dry. You know, just when everything seemed to be working out really well, in July, you get this crazy communication and this whole thing flips, right? Because you really were making huge progress, Cancer, in your own energy. And it's almost like a test from the universe of your resolve. You know, if you're going to like, the universe is watching. It's almost like they're watching you make your choices and seeing what kind of route you choose to take. You know, if you're acting out of, you know, resentment or anger or whatever, vengeance or spite or just frustration, or if you're, you know, reacting from a place of self-love, you know. So it's and it's a fine line. And I just heard it's a fine line. Come December, with the King of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Chariot in reverse, I feel like the divine stopped everything dead in its tracks because you have two masculine energies kind of going head to head, and the Knight of Swords is taking off. So the lesser energy is going to leave, you know, the circumstance. But both people are very much in their truth. Both people are spitting daggers. geez, Cancer. And the universe is like, I'm not letting anybody move forward until you work this shit out. Like the whole path is stopped. This is a divine distraction, Cancer. Get the heads up. Be forewarned. Whatever this message is coming in July or around July, it's bullshit. It's a divine distraction to completely stop you from manifesting whatever it was that was beautiful that you were manifesting. Do not, of your own free will, allow yourself to get caught up in somebody else's bullshit energy. Do not let it shake you, Cancer. Do not let it shake you. Take the right actions, the unique colors of your soul in a loving way can be expressed in your actions. You can simply choose not to give your energy to whatever this is. Person, place, circumstance, doesn't matter. Okay? Because the universe, I'm telling you right now, this time next year, you will be at a complete standstill if you decide to get into an ego battle with somebody else. Be forewarned. Okay? Cancer, if you do want to partake in the Zodiac extended groups, please reach out to me via the information in the description and let me know so that we can get you set up, especially before the new year, because like I said, the subscriptions are discounted to just $5 a month for the year. Okay, so take advantage of that. Thank you everybody for supporting the channel and liking the videos and subscribing. I really appreciate it. I love you all. I will be doing more videos for the new year shortly so that you guys can cross watch, you know, the different aspects of your chart. I wish y'all nothing but the best for the upcoming year. Make beautiful choices. And until next time, guys, love each other. And most importantly, love yourselves. Bye.